What have I done? She pulls like a freight train. She's a big girl, but she can dance. I just rode through 200 miles of horrific winds, snow, sleet, and rain up through the Blue Ridge Mountains. My bike is trashed. I kind of like the color purple. Without any further ado, my new steed in Kraken's garage. 2025 Harley-Davidson CVO Road Glide. Let's talk about that. Let's get cracking. It's kind of dingy and dark here in the garage. I'll show some pictures in the sunshine how this paint really pops on this bike. I did order a top case and trunk that is painted to match the bike. It's kind of a two-tone purple with purple pinstriping. Why did I buy a 2025? That's because in 2026, Harley-Davidson dropped the CVO Road Glide. It comes in two variants, the ST and then the standard CVO. The CVO ST is tuned for pure horsepower. You're going to get about 1,000 more RPMs out of that motor, where this particular motor is tuned with a VVT, or variable valve timing. And what that does is give you the best power delivery at all speeds in any gear, and probably going to yield a better mileage per gallon. And more on that as I put miles on that later on down the road. I'm still waiting for my top case to get in. I'm a little worried about these painted bags, so I ordered some crash bars to go around it. They'll be trimmed out in black as well. What resonated with me on this bike is the black chrome. It's again, it's one of those odd things you need to see in person. It's very unusual. That with the blacked out, murdered out engine, I think it really complements really well. I want to give a couple of shout outs here to some of my homeboys out there that I reached out to and helped me out. One was RidingandWrenching, Q. He was an early adopter of a 2024 CVO Road Glide with the new body style, new fairing, and the great big huge TFT dash on it, 12.4 inches, I think. I texted him and he called me back like 30 seconds later and answered all my questions. He had a little bit of teething pains with some of the electronics, but they were able to iron it out, and he's had a very pleasurable experience on his CVO. Second person I reached out to is JustGKue. He's down in Louisiana. He purchased one in 2025. He's already put 22,000 miles on his in the last year. This guy's a legend as well. His channel just blew up, and he's an amazing, just good vibe person. And GQ bought what they call the Raven Fade. I'll throw a picture up here of him with his bike. He called me back after I sent him a message on Instagram within minutes, and I talked to him in depth about the ins and outs of things he didn't like and did like on his bike before I dropped that kind of coin. And the third person I want to reach out to is Paul G. He's down in Louisiana as well. I did a video on him when he bought his Harley and rode it home in January from, I don't know, someplace, Connecticut or New Hampshire or something like that, all the way down to Louisiana, and absolutely had a rigid cold ride. If I think about it, I'll put a link to that video up here about Paul. But all three of these guys I have confided in to get advice, and they have been a tremendous help. So a big shout out and props to those gentlemen. Now, I know what everybody's thinking. I hang around Jody a lot with Jody and Thomas with PurpleOnThree, and I know I'm going to hear the remarks that Jody influenced me on the color with purple. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. That's up to you. Leave a comment down below if you think her influence my decision on this color of this bike. There's a plethora of videos on the 2025 CVO Road Glide if you want to check them out on YouTube. I'm going to piecemeal it as I go along. The things I like, the things I don't like. And part of the reason why I wanted to buy the bike in less than 60 days, I'm taking that journey down Old Route 66 for the 100th anniversary of Route 66, for the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. And I wanted a little better wind and weather protection as I travel across the United States. So hopefully, fingers crossed, and more to come on that. Now, regarding the ride, I put in some hard miles, over 200 miles in really adverse weather conditions and very cold temperatures. I want to get it broken in and get the first service done. That and the weatherman lied. That might have something to do with it. The weatherman stayed at 60 degrees, and of course it got down into the upper 30s, and I had sleet and snow and wet roads, and the bike absolutely got trashed on that trip. Every square inch of this bike was absolutely covered in grit and grime. So that was a bit of a mess to get cleaned up on the bike. Now you should know, of course I bought this from Stonewall Harley-Davidson, and I have several shout outs to give there as well. I confided in Kim with who to talk to when I was considering this bike. Kim, my parts gal that I adore.
Hey everybody, Kim over here at Stonewall Harley-Davidson. We'll see you guys tomorrow for hogs and dogs.
And she directed me towards a sales representative that his name is Guy, but he goes by the name of Pops. And Guy was very kind to help me out and meet all my needs and go over the bike with me, things of that nature. And then there's Evan, the general manager. This guy probably going to throw a punch at me next time I walk into Harley-Davidson. I beat on the guy for a week and a half to get to where I wanted to be on the price. I did trade in my Roadster, and I also traded in my Icon Revival. So I have cleaned out the garage on those two bikes to purchase this one. This was a very expensive bike. MSRP, not including freight and prep, is over $49,000. I paid quite a bit less than that because that's part of the reason why I target motorcycles from last year, because you can normally get a good deal. A dealership is normally tired of looking at it and wants it to go away off their showroom as the new bikes are being unloaded daily. So Evan and I punched it out over all three of the price of this bike, the price of the trade-in on the Revival, and the price on the Achilles heel, and that was the Roadster. And funny story there, his dad is the one who picks up the bikes, because I was still a little under the weather with an upper respiratory infection. I wasn't willing to ride them down. I provided him hundreds of pictures to look at because I catalog everything I do. He looked at them and he's like, yeah, whatever. And his dad came and picked up the truck in pouring rain, and he wasn't comfortable driving down with the trailer down my cul-de-sac. He asked me if those things run, and I said, sure, I'll ride them out to your ramp. So I fired up the Revival and rode it into the trailer, and then I fired up the Roadster and put it in there, and I'm like, do I get any paperwork? And he said, nope. And I said, so just some stranger that says he's Evan's dad is going to take my two bikes and happy motoring? And I'm like, all righty, I'll trust you. It's no big deal. So his dad was a card. We get to the dealership, and I'll share a few hero shots and a quick video of the infamous ringing the bell. I'm always embarrassed. I don't really like to do that, but to me it's like having that birthday party with your family at a Mexican restaurant, and you got to put on the sombrero that 10,000 people have already worn, and it's as everybody sings happy birthday. It's going to stop the pain for me. But I rang the bell, and I took a money shot, or they took pictures to put on their social media, and they put it on Facebook and Instagram. So, and Guy was very kind to shout out my YouTube channel, which needs a little resuscitation. It's been a little neglected. So we're looking for growth and development in 2026. So here's a real quick slideshow of some of the pictures of the whole experience with the bike getting trashed with my ride in the terrible weather. And I hope you enjoy it. I'll put a little background music for a very short part of this video. You want to stand behind it?
Yep, that way you get both you and the bike. So 3, 2, 1.
Now you get to ring the bell.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to. Yes, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So there you have it. So again, the shout outs go to Kim at Stonewall Harley-Davidson, Guy, otherwise known as Pops, and Evan. Thank you so much. My dreams couldn't have come true without your help. Now, to the rest of you in my audience, I'm sure you think I'm the village idiot, but leave your comments down below on what you think of my new ride. Great adventures lie ahead. I can't wait to get on these trips and get on with my life.
I know what I like, baby, I like you. Miss American Pie with the high.
And remember, go riding, because it's good for you.
I know what I like, baby, I like you. Miss American Pie with the high Q.